Now you're very level-headed. You're taking it one step at a time.
Absolutely.
But me, being what I do is I look ahead. I know you're at 68. I see how good you look in the sparring with professionals, and I can't help but think of a fight with Claressa Shields.
Of course. I mean, like
down
I said,
the road.
Down the road.
Yeah.
I mean, Claressa Shields needs people who can challenge and actually be a challenge in the ring to her. There's a great level of respect for her. We're good. We're friends, and we've always talked about that. We spar. We've gotten ready for each other, ready for competitions, and I know what she possesses, and she knows what I possess. And if that fight happens to happen, and hopefully in the future it does, I hope it's for a great deal amount of money, and we can bring out a good crowd and actually bring some real entertainment to the women's, boxing's women's sports. Seriously, I mean, I look forward to that fight. I look forward to that fight with other great fighters as well. Claressa Shields is paving the way for women's boxing just as well as Layla Ali did, just as well as we don't mention too often, and she doesn't get the credit that she deserves. But Ann Wolf was a great aspect to the sport. I mean, she was one of the people that I studied, and I don't study women, but we don't mention Ann Wolf enough, and I think she was one of the baddest women on the planet, along with Lucia Riker. So if we can get back to that era, and there's a lot of people with eyes on women's sport and who actually, because this is a business, you have to put behinds in seats. I possess knockouts. That's what I'm coming. So me and Claressa can put behinds in seats and get people to pay attention to women's boxing. Not to take away from the Marlens, the Katie Tellers, everybody else who's doing it, who's out there and who's paving the way and just doing great. So.
Ann Wolf, now you brought her up,
yes.
she was tremendously respected and feared.
Amazing.
Do you think? I mean, she scared people with her toughness and that aura, that meanness she brought. Do you think you can have some of that in the?
I'm a nice person. You have a conversation with me, I'm a people's person. My mother always called me a happy puppy. So do I think that I'll intimidate? Maybe my muscles will. But as far as my conversation and my intellect and you speaking to me and me speaking back, probably not. But where you will fear me is where you need to fear me.
Yeah, I meant more like fight week.
Absolutely.
Once
fight week. I mean, if you think about the things that I'm going to do to you, I'm possibly going to do those things to you. And like I said, Ann was like that. I don't know her on a personal level, but I've watched many of her fights, and she's gotten the ring. She didn't really do much talking about what she was going to do. She's trained one of the baddest fighters on the planet at one particular time too.
Kirkland.
But she got in there and she puts you out, and she doesn't get the credit that she deserves. So I just wanted to bring acknowledgement to that too, since we're talking about women's boxing.
Right.
Yeah.
And lastly, what do you see going down on Fight Night for Shawn?
I have a great deal of respect for both fighters. This is a world-class level. Again, I'm honored to be a part of it. I've watched Shawn Porter train and bust his behind, and he deserves this shot. He deserves to win it. I know Danny is going to bring the pain. He's from Philly. Danny has always been, like he's got a tough resume. He's a great fighter.
Yeah.
I just look forward to being a spectator, but I'm in the Porter camp, and with great respects to Shawn, I think Shawn can do what he has to do and take that WBC belt home. Back to Vegas for his family. Taking away nothing from Danny, because I watch Danny too. So. That's what I see going down. I can't give you specifics. I don't know what fight Danny's gonna bring. Shawn is going. It's hard to train for a Shawn Porter because there's so many elements to him. He can do so much. I mean, he can box, he can punch, his angles. He's just too much in the ring. Seriously, being in there with him, he's too much. So we'll see.
And then when do we see you next in the ring? Is it the 22nd?
It's the 22nd.
Okay.
That's the date that I have right now. I'm anxious. I'm looking forward to it. I'm continuously getting ready. I'll be at the fight, but I'll still be training as well while I'm in Jersey. And I just hope that everybody, tunes in too.
Where's the fight at?
I think it's in Las Vegas.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yep.
All right, we'll be there.
Thank you.
All right,
Shawn.
thank you.
I appreciate you.